SimpliSafe is a popular do-it-yourself home security system, which is why I wanted to check them out. They offer packages ranging anywhere from $200 and up from there. In this video today, I wanted to go through the process of purchasing one of those packages, setting it up, and showing you guys what the app looks like. So stay tuned. So SimpliSafe, probably one of the bigger do-it-yourself security systems out there, which is why we're checking it out today. All right, so everything has arrived. We're gonna take a look at what comes in the box. Right up front, we've got the startup guide. In here is gonna be everything that we need to get started. So we'll be taking a look at this guy later. We also have this package here. So inside of this package, we've got the sign that we can put in front of our house. We've also got some stickers, and we've also got some double-sided tape there. All right, so here is everything that came in the box. We've got the yard sign stake that came with the sign that we saw, base station, got our doorbell camera, smoke detector, keypad. Here is the free camera that came with our purchase. Extra siren, we've got our entryway. These are gonna be for either doors or windows. Key fob, motion sensors, that is everything that came in the box. Let's go ahead and go through the setup process. All right, so I've started the setup process. What I did is I plugged in the home base and we started getting some lights down here that it was allowing us set up a device. Next, I followed the instructions, which was to pull the tab out of the keypad here, which activates the batteries on the keypad and allows it to turn on, and then I can see all of the display appear and follow along. So I don't need an app or a smartphone to set this up. I can set it all up through the keypad here. So following the instructions on the keypad, you can make your selections by pushing on the sides or up and down. All right, so now that I have the keypad and the base set up, we're gonna follow the instructions on the screen to set up the next device. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up this entryway device. I'm gonna pull out the tab. Everything is very well labeled. I really enjoy that when I was pulling out everything from the box. Each box within a box had a label on it, so that was nice. So we're gonna pull this out. On the bottom of this device is a small button, so I'm gonna push that button in.
Entry sensor detected. Now choose a name.
Perfect. So it has set that up. I'm gonna set this. It gives me a different option. So I can go through and either pick front door, back door, garage. I can cycle through the different ones here. I'm going to set this one up as my front door. And I'm gonna click over for set.
Entry sensor named.
And that was it. I mean, that's pretty simple. So we're just gonna go through each one of these. Let's set up the motion sensor here. So I'll pull out the tab for the motion sensor and push the button on the bottom.
Motion sensor detected. Now choose a name.
And that's it. So I'm just gonna go step by step through each one of these devices here, get everything set up, and we're gonna start testing it out. Okay, so now that we have some of this stuff set up, we're gonna mount it. If we take a look at the back of the panel, it's got sticky tape on the back, so we can stick this wherever we want to. And the cool thing about these is that they do have detachable mounts that they connect to. So you slide that down, that comes off, and then if you want to pull the tabs off, you can always just pull the tabs to pull those out. But let's go ahead and get this one mounted up next to the door here. All right, I have it mounted mine up to the door, so if we lift up on here, we can see that the mount is there, so that way we can take this around and move wherever we want to with it. And then when we're done, just put it up here. We've got a red button on top. That is gonna be your panic button. And then we've got all the settings here, so you can put in a pin if you want to. One cool thing is as you walk up to the system, it is going to detect you and show you the display up here so you can see what's going on. But right now we have the system off. Let's put in the pin.
Alarm off.
Okay, alarm is off. Now, if I want to set home, it is now set to home. Now, the same thing happens with the sensors here as far as being able to remove them. So I lift up on here, I can now take a look at that and see what's going on. But I just broke that sensor, meaning that the alarm has been tripped.
Alarm off.
Go ahead and put in my pin and we've turned the alarm off. Now you can also get into menu if you want to. Gotta put in your pin again, and then go through all of the menu settings here on the base station. Another thing, we also have the key fob that came with it. So this you can actually either put on a keychain or you can, leave this next to your bed if you want to, but this is gonna do the same thing as these buttons right here. So if I Say off, alarm is going to be off. If I say away, now it's putting it into away. I've got 1 minute to get out. Let's see if we can cancel that. Okay, so we cancel that. So that is a look at the base station and hardware and what you can do with it. One thing I thought was cool about this indoor camera, if you look at the lens looks white. That is actually a metal shutter that has gone in front of the camera. So if you do want privacy, this has a shutter that will actually cover the lens to give you extra privacy. Now in the settings, you can set when you want that shutter to go off, if you want it to, be closed when the system is off, or if you're at home and then only open up when you're away. But that is a nice little feature to have with this indoor camera. Okay, so while I was able to set up everything through the keypad, I actually needed the app to install both of these cameras right here. So that just takes us into the next step of this video, which we're going to be talking about the app. So let's jump to that now. Okay, so let's load up the SimpliSafe app and take a look at it. So up at the top here, we have got our statuses. We have the system off if we're home but want to keep the perimeter armed, say doorways, windows, things like that. And then away would arm everything. Down here, we've got the history that we can take a look at. So if we click on history here, it's going to go through and show you everything that's been happening with the system, what time it happened, when there was a recording, what actually happened, see the system disarmed, camera detected, early entry triggered. So you can go through all of your history there. Let's go back up here and go back to dashboard. So there are two ways you can do it. You can either click up here and go through dashboard, cameras, timeline, or if you want, you can just use the tabs below. It's going to take you to the same thing. So if we take a look here, we have got the doorbell set up, and then we've also got the indoor camera. Now tapping on this is going to launch the live view. So that's the live view outside mode. Or tapping on the image, there are no other settings that you can bring up like you would traditionally with a different camera system. All you can really do is look at a live view. So we're going to go ahead and X out of that. If you want to go into settings, you can tap up here, and then let's say we want to look at the doorbell settings. So settings, you can turn on and off motion detection. Night vision is on auto. Mic and audio, turn that on and off. Here's some status lights, all very basic stuff. So we're going to back out of this. We can cancel here. And then the last tab at the bottom is timeline. So this is what we saw previously. It's just going to be a timeline of everything that is going on. For example, here you can see a little bit of a camera motion that happened. And then we can also say, tap on this one. This one says it has one recording. It's going to play a demo of what actually happened. It's in low quality, so you can kind of just get a little time lapse of what was happening. But let's take a look at the menu again, and we can go into settings. So settings here is going to give us all of these different options. We can change our location profile, plan and bills, general settings, device settings, camera settings. They are all going to be here in the app. Let's go back to the main menu here. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a quick overview of the app. So what did you guys think of the app? Pretty simple, right? So like the name implies, SimpliSafe is simple. Purchasing was simple. Setting it up was simple. Using the app is pretty simple. But even though it's simple, it is not perfect. All right, so here are my final thoughts. I don't like that the indoor camera is only 720p. I wish it was at least 1080p like the doorbell. Also, there is no third-party smart home automation, which I wish it had. But here's the thing, I don't think that this system is designed for tech enthusiasts like myself. SimpliSafe is a straightforward system that is easy to use and provides you the needed protection to give you peace of mind. But what do you guys think? Do you like the simplicity, or do you want something that would be a little bit more complex?